Well, lovely afternoon, and we are travelling into the murdering capital, the genocide testbed, Gateshead. Alright, so this is the borough Gateshead now. You can see the transmitters on these lights, they've all been changed. Obviously part of the cover-up to cover up the crime that was revealed in a court case where I showed to a judge the design, the weaponized design of an antenna. Alright, so as you can see, this is murder capital. This is the genocide borough of the UK, because obviously the testbed, the 5G testbed, no birds. Look. Now, obviously, this is in the peripheral part of Gateshead, so you know you're in the countryside a bit because you're travelling into the heavier radiation part. But as you'll see, there's no birds. Just take a look in the trees. Now, I've been warning people about this, and obviously, there's a lot of people who don't like it. They don't like the fact that we've caught these local authorities out in this criminal enterprise are rolling out untested, unregulated technology to harm the citizen. Some new 5G pans just been put on that transmitter there on the left hand side as you go past. They're beam waves, alright, they're sweeping beam waves. So you'll see no birds in the trees and no birds. No small birds in particular, so you do see the odd big bird, but their numbers are absolutely decimated. We're in Sunnyside now. I mean, people have to think back, you know, if we'd been travelling for the last couple of minutes, you'd have seen a couple of sparrows, small sparrows, couple of birds in the sky, nothing. I mean, I've done this a number of times now. What I'm going to say to people, it is most certainly up to you to share this video. Share the video, get it out there. The numbers are growing stratospherically in relation to knowledge, people's knowledge now of this 5G. Alright? They're starting to get it. There's been some news in the day from Wales. Massive amount of birds, obviously a flock of birds, were caught in a beam wave, and that in the middle of the countryside fell into a road, into the fields and into the road, all dead where they're being hit. Now, radar operators know this only too well, where the beam wave, and that's what 5G is. You see, all of these transmitters act in unison, so it's one massive scanner. It's not just one element. So obviously, while I've broken down the illegal light fitment, those antennas work in unison. Alright? So there's no sparrows, very, very few starlings. There should be thousands of them in the trees, flitting about on a lovely day like this, looking to get something to eat, but they're not there, they're dead. So it's pretty obvious to anybody. All you have to do is look up, make sure you've got protective eyewear, because if them lights are on, believe us, you are in serious trouble. They've been designed to do harm. Now, we know that as a matter of fact now. We've actually got the technicalities of the equipment where we can show that this is a designed to do harm. Unbelievable, I know, but unfortunately, it's true. Alright? So the truth about what's going on is obvious. It is in front of your eyes. It is in plain sight. Plain sight. The criminal enterprise that's allowed this to happen was corruption, greed, self-service, and consequently, that's why we're in the pickle that we're in. So it happens right across a number of councils. But what I'm going to tell people, they have broken the law. They have broken the law that they have to abide by. That's why laws are there. The laws are to keep the government in check, not just the people. The laws are written down to keep them in check. So unfortunately for them, look, no birds. Look about, no birds. Unfortunately for them, those court cases are going to start coming thick and fast in the spring of 2020. We're gearing up now. The documents are all ready. The cases are being reviewed. And obviously we're ready to file. All right, but we need the spring because we need numbers on the quayside at the Crown Court to have these cases heard. All right? So we must do that. This is about public awareness of the criminal enterprise that's been perpetrated on you by the criminal acts of local authorities where they have allowed and have acquiesced to this agenda. No birds. Look, we're in a wooded area. Now come on, you must have seen, where's the sparrows? Where are they? Where's the small birds? Where are they in the trees? Where's the nests? I mean, this is unbelievable. But it's as plain as the nose on your face. You just need to look up. So show this to your friends and family to get them to start looking and be aware. Because what we've got to do, we've got to wake them up. We've got to wake them up from this horror, from this monstrous deployment, this UN Resilient Cities agenda, because that's who's driving it. And these do as you're told merchants, just doing as they're told because they got told they had to do it without adhering to the law. If they'd actually adhered to any of the laws that are prescribed, we wouldn't be in the pickle we're in. We wouldn't be in the mess we're in from this 5G illegal deployment in breach of the Nuremberg Code. No birds. No birds. Alright? So, get the information out. Show it to your friends and family. We're not making this up. We can't get them to disappear just because we're doing a video. They are gone. So, there you go. That's enough for today.